Is there anybody that really enjoys being scammed? Of course not, right? You want to get what you pay for. But I want to talk to you specifically about how to avoid a chiropractic scam. So patients come to me, and I'm going to give you an example of one in a few minutes, okay, that have been to other chiropractors previously. And unfortunately, just like every profession, not all chiropractors are as professional, ethical, or as efficient and effective as they should be in their care and in their treatment. So because of that, sometimes the patients in the past have not received the optimal care or have not gotten what they thought they were getting and what they paid for. So to avoid that, let me give you some tips today on how to avoid a chiropractic scam. Let me tell you tip number one, okay? So chiropractors deal with the spine, correct? And the last time I checked, the spine is inside the body, okay, and not outside the body. So in order to see exactly what's going on with the spine, the first and best way to avoid a chiropractic scam is to actually have a chiropractor take x-rays of your spine. So you can actually see what is causing my problem, how severe is it, and then you can actually develop a plan to begin to correct it. And unfortunately today, many chiropractors are not taking proper spinal x-rays or not taking x-rays at all to even see what the underlying problem is, how severe it is, and how are we going to get this corrected. Because a lot of times patients, when they come in to see me, of course, they want their pain gone as quickly as possible, or they want their symptom, whatever it may be, to be relieved. But they also want to know, why did this happen, and how can I prevent this from happening again? And most of all, is it possible that this problem can be corrected to the point where it's not going to go on and get worse over time? This is the biggest chiropractic scam that I see, is that chiropractors provide relief for the patient, and the patient thinks that the problem is corrected, and then it comes back again, and then it comes back again, and then it gets worse, and then it spreads to another area. So they started out with low back pain, then they end up with pain in their butt or leg, and then they end up with pain in both legs, and then they got numbness or tingling or weakness in their legs, and they're wondering, why did this happen? Well, I'm going to tell you, because the underlying problem was never addressed and never corrected from the very beginning. This is the biggest chiropractic scam that is out there. So you go in, you get manipulated, you get popped, you get cracked. You're not even getting specifically adjusted because no evaluation was done properly of the spine to determine how and where to adjust you. You're not getting the proper course of care because no x-rays were taken to see how long the condition had been there. How long is it going to take your body to recover from this? How long is it going to take to retrain your spine? You have no idea. So then, therefore, when the symptom is gone, the chiropractor acts as if the underlying problem is corrected. But it's not. I'll give you an example on an x-ray. Let me show you. In our office, if the x-rays are necessary and we want to know more, we always take x-rays. And I'll tell you the second thing about that in a moment. But this patient I saw yesterday in our office, this person has had lower back issues before, has sought out care, thought they were getting their problem corrected, and then they come in to see me now, and this is not an old person, this is a person in their 40s, and now they've got a curvature in their back, they've got big bone spurs here in their spine, and they've got a severely degenerative disc right here. That did not happen last week, last month, or last year. This is a process of decades of degeneration and damage that was going on inside their body because they got scammed decades ago, thought they got the problem corrected when they saw the doctor, but they didn't. All they did was mask the symptoms, cover up the symptoms, make the symptom go away, and didn't explain to them that there was a difference, and therefore the problem progressed over time. got worse, and ultimately now they're in seeing me because they have nerve problems as well as, of course, spinal problems. So in order to avoid that, the number one way to do is to get a proper evaluation. That means the chiropractor actually feels your entire spine, finds where the problem areas are, tests the nerves out of that area of the spine to make sure which ones are involved if there is a nerve problem and how much damage has occurred, and then get spinal x-rays so that you can together set the proper course of treatment to get you relief as quick as possible, and if you are interested in correcting the underlying problem, to also lay out a course of action for you to do, as well as working with your doctor to get this problem corrected once and for all so you don't go through the number one chiropractic scam. Now, last thing I want to say, how do you know if your chiropractor is actually dealing with the underlying problem? Well, first of all, they take x-rays. Second of all, they set a course of action. And third of all, they re-evaluate and re-x-ray to show you the progress that you have made. And they set realistic expectations for you of how much improvement you should expect. If you have a chiropractor that's doing that for you, you will avoid the chiropractic scam. So hope this helps you, and live life well. Until next video, God bless.